So I'm over here in the store, and a situation happened where it was me versus somebody else for a project, and they chose the other person, and for good reasons, I'm sure, but of course I was not privy to the reason. And I heard the enemy, all of a sudden he started speaking about how I'm not good enough, and how they chose the person over me because I was incapable, and blase, which I'm pretty sure that I am capable, which I'm 100% sure that I am capable, but for whatever reason, they chose that person. But then the enemy started to use that as a way to, knock me down, just like he does. And as he was speaking, immediately I started like thinking, like, why am I letting this I almost said the N word, but why am I letting this devil just talking my mind so much, talking my head so much? Because a lot of times we don't realize it, but the reason why he has so much power and so much voice and so much authority because we allow him to have a voice, we allow him to be able to speak, we allow him to have a vessel to be able to minister through. Because the thing is, a king is not a king without people. A king is not a king without a kingdom of people. A prince is not a prince without a kingdom of people. Any president, they're not a president without people. Because you can have all the power and authority that you want, but if you don't got people to be able to manage and do things through, just like the enemy, he uses us. So I'm like, why am I letting this enemy use my head like that? So I started thinking, and I was like, and as I started thinking, God who revealed to me, he said, you do realize, to say that you're not good enough, to say that you're not able, to say that you're not all of this, and allowing the enemy to minister to you in that way, you believing it, is telling me that I'm not good enough. And I said, what you mean? And then he started using the illustration of a mother cooking for her family. And I love to cook. I love to cook for my family. And the number one thing about cooking is I love when people actually know that my food is good, or tell me that my food is good. And he said, if you cook a whole meal for your family, of course I was in the store, so it was very applicable. He said, if you cook a whole meal for your family and your daughter said the food is not good, and your husband said the food is not good, are you going to feel good about that? I said, no, because then that just means they're trying to say I can't cook. So he said, okay, in the exact same way, I created you. I put purpose inside of you. So for you to turn around and tell me that what I created was not good, it's not about you talking down about upon yourself. And I think a lot of time we put too much on our emphasis on ourselves, thinking we're talking down up on ourselves. But no, you're talking down on God. Because he's the one that created you. He's the one that put that purpose inside of you. He's the one that created every part of your body. So for you to reject what he has placed, saying that you're not good enough, you're not this enough, you're not that enough, is to say that he is not enough. He don't know what he's doing. He did not fully accomplish the assignment. He did not fully accomplish what he was supposed to do. He did not put everything inside of you that he was supposed to put inside of you. Like he has deficiency, right? So he started saying, you need to change that mindset, because I am God and I do nothing wrong. So the way that I created you is the way that you were meant to be created. Ain't nothing little or nothing too small, nothing too big about you. And of course, ladies, I'm not talking about weight and stuff like that. But anyways, ain't nothing like things that I can control, right? But for him, he did his job, and he did it to the fullness, because he said it was done. So for me to allow the enemy now to come and try to minister doubt, try to minister fear, try to minister just those bad things to me, I'm accepting it as my own. It's telling God, oh, you ain't do a good job. You really didn't do this thing right. And I had to stop myself, because I'm offending God. A lot of time we think we're just talking, and we just allowing the enemy to make us talk ourselves down. But no, you're talking God down, because he's the one that created you. He's the one that made you. So you telling God, oh yeah, you ain't good at making people, because you ain't made me like this. When he created the whole world, and the whole world is doing what it's supposed to do just right. So if he did all that, who are you that he did not make you 100%? Who are you that he forgot to give you this little thing? Who are you? That when he said it was done, that you weren't done. That you weren't a part of the mix. Who are you? So just making sure that, like, it was for me, but I just wanted to share with you guys, because a lot of time we really do allow this enemy to just talk too much. Like, he talked too much. And we definitely, as like believers, we have to come together, because the thing is, the more we just give him power to talk, the more people he's going to have to reign over. And no king is a king without his kingship, without his kingdom, without people under him. So the less people he has, the less of a king that he is. So that is why we have to we have to keep our heads together. That is why we got to work together. That is why we got to make sure that we find other believers to bring them in. That is why. Because the throne of the enemy is sitting too high. He got too much people. We need to bring the number down. He got too much people to where he think he could do whatever he want to do. No. Bring it down. Let's bring it down. Bring it down. Because the less people he have, the less authority he has, and the less of a king he will always be. So, let's wrap it up.